We back, episode 84?
4.
Is it 84?
It's either 84, right? Yeah.
84? Usually I got Zush here, like...
Yeah, sorry. Let me say a bit more confidence and base. Yeah, it's most definitely 84.
Yeah,
it's
okay,
84,
cool. Yo, people, you know what it is. It's Watch Your Not
TV.
I'm your host, Daniel Nero. I'm with my co-host,
Zush. Trizzy Freckles.
Jeez, AKA. Come on, man. That's your thing, bro.
The light-skinned assassin.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's safe. You played it safe. You played it safe. You played it safe today.
Yeah.
You played it safe.
You be opening doors. I am not willing to walk through where...
You played it safe.
Yeah.
You played it safe. Yo, people, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, because we want to hear that sound.
Ta-tung.
Or...
Ta-ting.
It's kind of... We'll get there, man. That's fine, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you did it, man.
Yeah. You're going to learn
And for the first time, Drizzy, could you explain to the people then what that means?
Okay, so basically, this is something that has never been explained before on this show, but I will let you guys know because sharing is caring, sorry. Based on the browser you use, you get a different sound on a notification bell for YouTube. So basically what we're saying is, hit the notification bell, obviously like the thing, and then you'll get that notification bell, depending on your browser.
Wicked. See? Nothing changes. Still here.
And 9 changes, bro. Certain man have to be careful because, boy.
Oh, how's your week been?
My week's been, interesting.
Okay.
It's been an interesting week.
Yeah. That's interesting. Like, let me tell us, Drizzy.
Why you say it like?
Tell us. Why has it been interesting?
Nah, it's been interesting because.
Oh, sorry. Hold up. Wait a minute.
Oh, so that's bad form.
Wait a minute.
Bad
Wait a minute. I almost forgot. Almost.
Nah, not on my watch.
Almost. But everybody, I want everybody. What camera? We had that one. Everybody, I want you, and I want you. Everybody, I want everybody to give a big hand for cameraman Alex. Okay, woo! In the building.
Can I let you into a little secret?
Go on.
You know, Marvel are like reshuffling a lot of films, right? Mm-hmm. Certain films have lost a director, like Blade. Just saying, man. I got Feige's number, like Alex. If you need me to put a good word in for you, bro.
In the building.
In the building.
In the building. You know okay, cool. Back to your interesting week.
Yeah, it's just been an interesting week because obviously we did with our Cine Club.
Well, we say we, but
well, what do you mean?
I couldn't make it.
Yeah, but you was there in spirit.
It's collective.
Yeah, exactly. You know, if I win,
one for all.
If I win wearing the Watch Your Not TV shirt, then you win, Zush wins, Alex wins, 6, Shot 6, and the rest of
Pick up 6.
So we watched that, and I was like, whoa. There's a point I was sitting like this, and then something happened in the film, and I leaned forward. And I was just like, I was in my feelings. I didn't want Zush to see man getting a bit emotional, so I leaned forward. Like,
but I did notice that you didn't have the nachos.
No, you know what it was?
That's wild, bro.
You know what it was?
That's wild.
I just fancied the big large mixed popcorn. Yeah. But don't worry, it was the one time, I
thought we was nacho, bro.
We are, bro.
Nacho,
I fumbled. I'll admit I fumbled.
Cool,
you know what I mean?
Cool.
So that happened. And then just things in life, bro. Like, you know, communicate with certain people. No name shall be mentioned, but like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear that.
And then the whole work side of things, and like, I'm just trying to like learn. Excuse me?
The certain you.
But anyway,
okay.
So like, I'm trying to learn new things. I'm trying to like get a bit better with like stuff like Canva, and I did my brethren's CV the other day.
Oh, for real?
He sent me a CV for him to check it.
Yeah.
And I was like, bruv, you can't be sending this out.
Do that now.
I just started it from fresh, like it was my own thing. I sent it back to him, and he called me up, gassed. Like,
nice.
Bro, what do you?
Yeah.
I said, come on, man.
All right, man.
That's what I do. I know you want him to check a few spelling errors, but I just changed the whole thing. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I want to learn more on Canva. I want to get back into learning Photoshop.
Okay.
I want to be a bit more independent and a bit more, if I think it, I can apply it to what I want to do. Because obviously certain pages will benefit from the things, you know what I mean? Because I want the product to be its best version possible, do you know what I mean? So yeah, man.
That's
and
cool,
here we are.
That's good. Because you see me, I'm the type of guy, like I'm like, I feel like, you know where I'm at a point in my life, where I feel I have my hands in enough pies.
Yeah.
Like, I refuse to learn anything more.
I hear you.
No, I refuse.
Yeah.
So like, if I need something done on Photoshop, like,
Hey,
it's like, yo,
Yeah.
you good? Like, how's the kids?
Yeah.
Like, how's your mom, your missus? I beg you, do me a favor, right?
getting man comfortable. He's
Yeah,
put
that's what I'm
down.
saying.
Like, yeah, by the way,
Sometimes I ask about them. Well, I don't ask about them. Nah,
damn.
I beg you, do this, yeah.
Nothing.
No, please.
And I do it, yeah, and it's just nothing. He'll send it back and he'll be like, oh, can you change this? And that's it.
Yo, does he call you by your name? Yeah. Does he? Nah, because sometimes I'll get a random yo G. I was like, oh, here we go.
Oh, right. This
right.
right. Right. Gang up on Daniel day. Oh, my days. Shit, man. Yeah, I'm tired of learning shit. Now I'm just like, can you do this for me, please?
For sure.
Sometimes
I hear
say
that,
please.
but that's why.
Sometimes I say please. Right, I say please.
Yeah.
I say please.
But that's why it bothers me when some people say, oh, I got where I am if they've made it by myself. It's like, no, you needed a team.
Yeah,
you got the right support system. Things will move. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's definitely because I ain't doing nothing visual. Like, anything graphical ain't me, boy. I'm saying that. Fuck that. I got the idea, right?
Yeah.
Like, yo,
can you implement this?
Yeah,
You
can you do it?
Fantastic.
Can you do it? Well, you can do it. Oh, that is bad.
My man.
Okay. Could you let us know what we're reviewing today? Oh, sorry. I feel like I'm obliged to big up Zoosh. Sorry,
Of course.
I didn't even. I apologize. Big up
Each and every
guy,
time,
Zoosh.
man. Guyver!
Guyver!
Sorry. Damn.
Yeah, man. I feel that wasn't the same.
Yeah.
Wasn't the same.
So big up Zoosh,
Wasn't
aka
the same.
Guyver!
Yeah, he does it better. Whatever,
yeah.
man. But yeah, he's out there doing the red carpet.
This must be nice.
I'm saying he's out there living the life while we out here in the trenches. It's alright, no, it's cool, it's no problem. Big up Sam, Surreal Films. He's out
him
there
up.
with them. Big him up.
Nice.
Yeah, so this will be back soon, but right about now, he ain't here. So we got to fuck up the house.
Yeah.
Fuck up the house.
When he walks in, he's like, oh
it's
shit,
like, yeah,
what happened there?
What happened here? Drizzy, could you let us know what we're reviewing today, please?
So yeah, it's really things that are two opposite sides of the spectrum, really. Do you know what I'm saying? Like one will make you probably feel nice about yourself and all that, and then another one is just like raw. Yeah, raw. So we watched it's called Intergalactica.
Yeah, Entergalactic.
Oh, Intergalactic, sorry.
Kid Cudi thing.
Kid
on
Cudi's animation on Netflix.
Yep.
And we also watched the Sky produced mini-series called 6 episodes.
Yeah, 6 episodes.
Yeah, called This England.
Yeah, This England.
Which is
not to
based
be mistaken
for-
with This Is England.
Which I kept thinking, so I was like, why can't I find this thing?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. not to be
Do we say what it's about, or we're gonna?
Nah, we'll jump into it. Now we'll jump into this England now.
All right, cool.
100%. The synopsis has to be read like Boris Johnson.
So I was just.
You got it.
Just. Yeah.
You got it. So let's just get that. Here we go. Yeah.
All of that.
Yeah, man, you got that, man.
Okay.
It's not usually that one, but I thought it would be better. I thought it would be better if we thought it would be better if we do like a long one.
No, man.
You got it, man.
I kind of regret doing
the Boris voice and make sure that you can.
Yeah. Okay. This England is a 2022 6-part British television docudrama series written by whatever. We're not mentioning it. Sorry, no disrespect to the director, but we're not here for that. It dissects the first wave of the COVID-19 pandemic. Oh my gosh, it was such a horrible time in the United Kingdom, based on the testimonials of people in the Boris Johnson administration. That's me, Boris Johnson. Yes, that's I. On the various intergovernment advisory groups, including the Scientific Advisory Group of emergencies, whoever they are, and in other affected British institutions such as the care homes and the hospitals. Them man there. It premiered on Sky Atlantic and Now TV on the 28th of September 2022, and it features the great me, Kenneth Branagh, playing Boris Johnson, Bojo, and Ophelia Lovebond as Kerry Johnson.
All right, cool. All right, Boris, I see you there.
Sweet.
Boris Drizzy Johnson. Drizzy Johnson.
Yo, did you not come to my party during summer? I had a party. to Downing Street. It was on the low still.
I was on the low, yeah?
Yeah, news broke out somehow in the press that there was a pandemic party.
Okay.
But it was nice.
Still doing your thing though. Okay, fair. I hear about that. Right. So yeah, basically, this one documents the behind the scenes of when Boris becomes PM.
Yep.
And when the first wave of COVID starts.
Yeah. And don't forget, that was in the midst of waiting for Brexit to become official as well.
Yeah, get Brexit done.
Get Brexit done.
Yes.
Come on, guys.
First of all, what I would like to say is that the casting of this was stellar.
Yeah.
That was very good. Well done to whoever the casting director of this was. You did a fantastic job because everyone actually really did fit the point. Do you know what I'm saying? Even his missus.
Yeah.
She really looked like her, as well as Dominic Cummings. He really looked like.
Yeah, it was mad.
He was a bit taller.
Yeah, it was
I think a bit taller. His head was a bit longer, but he
mannerisms
were proper. They was really good. So kudos on that.
Yep.
You've got actually quite a lot of people in here that are done a bit actually, to be honest. So you've got Kenneth Branagh in this,
who is the director of one of my favorite Marvel films of all time, The First Thor.
Kenneth Branagh.
He directed that.
Fuck off.
And fun fact, he's the voice when you go back to Infinity War.
Yeah,
he's the voice of the distress call. You know when it starts and you're going, we've been hit, and then it goes to the ship and Thanos, and then Loki and Thor.
Yeah. Is that
That's
him?
his voice at the beginning of Infinity War.
I did not know he directed that, boy.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he directed the first
I know he
Thor.
directed Death on the Nile, which is recent. I know he did that.
And then there was one before that as well, didn't he?
Yeah. And he was in. I know he's in loads of stuff. Like I know he was in Tenet.
Yeah.
He's in the new Oppenheimer. He's in the new Oppenheimer.
One thing Nolan likes is guys. If you're good with Nolan,
he reuses them. Oh my gosh! It was like I'm just like, leave Michael Caine alone. Like what the hell, man? That's what I'm saying, bruv. Like,
one more Michael.
That's what I'm saying. Michael's just chilling off Nolan movies. Like no problem. Like I don't even need to work. You get me? Because he's in Dunkirk as well. He's in Dunkirk. He's been about Kenneth Branagh. You also got Andrew Buchanan. I remember him from Broadchurch. Do you remember Broadchurch with David Tennant? It was like an ITV mystery whodunit thing. I remember he was that, but he's been in a lot of stuff as well. Okay. You had a few British. Well, they was all British, but you had a lot of British people here that have done a few bits and stuff like that. So
he had a very diverse cabinet, didn't he?
Well, no, he didn't. They added Rishi after they.
Hey, you know what? Yeah. Okay, so that's Kenneth there, right? And the prosthetics, he looks like Boris. There's certain times you do a double take, but that guy,
Rishi, who played Rishi Sunak, he might as well have been him.
Mad.
Nah, he was
mad.
Like I said, the casting of this was really good. They really put effort into that.
Yeah, for sure.
I would like to know how true this is, because I'm confused at how they could release some of the stuff that they released.
Yeah.
Because they're basically saying the government's full of fucking liars.
Yeah.
And from episode 1 to episode 6, full liars. Like, even to, they're telling you, there's only 50 cases this year, and meanwhile it's 16,732 today.
Do you know how depressing that was to watch? On this date, so they give you a date in the top right hand corner, and they'd say reported cases, 50.
Yeah, 50.
And then it goes, you hear this little of like it piling up, and then it'll be like 50 cases recorded, but actual cases is like 5,000.
Yeah.
And you're like, what?
Bro, the fact that they was ignoring all the government, all the scientific advice given to them from early. Do you know what else that I thought was proper mad? Is that they only took action when they found out the deaths could reach 500,000. Well, because the rest of the deaths that they heard before, that was all right.
That was playing it down.
Yeah, that was cool. We can do herd immunity, 60%, that 100,000 deaths or whatever it is, like that thing. But as soon as it hit 500,000, then it was like, ooh, whoa, like, whoa, we can't have 500,000 deaths. Do you know what I mean?
And I remember the other mad thing was, I don't know if you caught this, when they kept asking about how far are we away from where Italy is?
Yeah.
And they kept saying, oh, we're 4 or 5 weeks away. And then at one point, one of them goes, oh, the date was actually wrong.
Made a mistake.
We're like 2 weeks out from where Italy is. And it was like, and it was just like a lot of bumbling, backstabbing. Dominic Cummings, bro, in this thing here, bro.
But if Dominic Cummings is like this in real life, he's a G. I don't give a damn. Like, he's a G. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Did you tell the girl when she walked in, can you come with me, please, for one moment? Can I see your phone? And she goes, yep, sure. And he goes, no, can I see your personal phone? And she goes, yep. And he goes, who's that? And she goes, oh, it's just a friend. Yep, no, we can't be having that. Take your things and be out. And I was like, raw.
Yeah, he was.
She was DMing someone for like the D or something. It's like, no, we can't be having that. And he rushed to the security guard at the front. Yeah, bro, can you make sure she's escorted out of the building?
Yeah, he was on crud. Like, he was on crud that they had him there. They had him as like the proper villain. In this, he was like the antagonist of this show. Yeah. They proper. I don't know, like, because obviously he went against them at the end. He started cussing them and this, that, blah, blah, blah. They even show it actually in the show. They show it real life footage of him like moving mad, saying that the government is. So I don't know if that played a part in how they dealt with him. But yeah, he played the real pantomime villain in this, and obviously things started coming unraveled when he decided to go see his mum and
Durham.
But they proper had a thing out for him, boy. They had everyone out looking for him.
It was mad because I was like, raw, there was that one source. That woman was getting aggy. She was like, why haven't you printed this story? Why? And I was like, was there a timeline on this or something? Like,
why was she so in her?
And she's like, yeah, have you printed it? Oh yeah, I saw him. I've just spoke to my friend who said they saw him in the woods. And he said something about bluebell. Oh, they're bluebells in there or something like that. And she was on my man. And I was like, look, we want to run the story, but we have to get more facts. You can't just have one source. You need multiple sources for it to be factual. She was on them like, well, there's a guy from the Daily Mirror or whatever. And he's up here. And can you not just push it? I was like,
that was a proper Karen. Like, why is she so interested in trying to cuss out thing? But yeah, even the fact that with the PPE, they was saying, you need to use this mask, but purely because that was the only mask that they could get in. So they was like, okay, yeah, this mask will be fine for you, get me. And then the doctors are saying, well, hold on, we need mask X, Y, and Z. That's the mask that we need for this. Do you know what I'm saying? They're like, no, you're fine with this little one because that's the only mask we can.
And then they was calling up certain like manufacturers in the UK. And it's like, look, how many aprons can you do for us by the end of the week? And it was like, maybe like 5,000. It's like, all right, can we push it to, they'd be like, all right, can we push it to 10,000? It's like, well, hold on, he just told you 5, not 10. You're wanting people to work overtime. And all these little side deals with people that was in cahoots with people that was there like, oh yeah, I'll pass the job on to Alex, so we're keeping the money in-house. And they all call up each other like, yeah, this is great, we got the deal. Yeah, it was atrocious. And then Donnie, sorry, he doesn't deserve that title, but then this guy here is like, he's got, bruv, how many scandalous things was he dealing with in his personal life during this time anyway?
Do you know what? Yeah, this took me to Google. So I found out this guy's got 7 kids.
Bro.
Yeah? 7 kids, yeah?
He's a Marley.
His first wife, I don't know if his first wife, but one of his wives, yeah, he divorced and got married 7 days later. Did you see that?
Wild.
Brother.
Wild.
Alex. Brother. 7, that's a week, you know?
Yeah.
A week, bro.
Man was on that Craig David tip, boy.
A week. He divorced and got married a week later. Then he divorced that thing and got this thing pregnant like 2 weeks later or something stupid like that. He's a scumbag, you know. A scumbag.
Bruv. And he would walk around and he never gives you the one thumbs up. He always gives you 2 of them, like. Listen. And I was just like, look at you just weaseling around, bruv.
And you know, it's funny, like, going around and goes, oh, yeah, you're good. I was saying, oh, you look like a thing today. Yeah, this, that. That's just like, bro, like.
And he was obsessed with Churchill. Like, he was obsessed with Churchill, man. Like, every time he quoted something of some sort of, like, it sounded like, you know, he had bass in his voice. It was a quote from Churchill. And I was like, why are you obsessed with this Churchill guy?
Bro, there was there was so much to watch this to realize how much fuckeries that these guys were dealing with is wild. Like, even though you kind of know when you've read and you've heard and stuff like that. Not that this is 100% true, but there must be a certain element.
I'm giving this an 85% factual out of 100.
I would say it must be read. Like, they couldn't.
I mean?
They're not gonna post that and be lying about everything. Surely,
because don't forget, a lot of people started dropping off from his cabinet during this time, innit? And I just feel like a lot of them had an agenda anyway. So they was just like, when they heard about this, it's like, well, look, I can tell you my experience of being there up until a certain time of the lockdown and all that, and even the lockdown. They were so against doing a lockdown.
Yeah, that's bro. And they were so like, and the scientists were telling them, look, nah, we need to lock down because this, that, blah, blah. And it's like, nah, we're not this. Yeah, we're not this, that, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, and the fact how long it took them to act, even though they had they knew Wagwan, how long it took them to actually act and be like, yeah, do you know what? We need to do this.
But it's gone.
The fact that they was all doing their own thing when everyone else was like, even though you knew, even though it came out in the papers, like, oh, these people are doing this, but like this shows you, like, the man had a baby, didn't have a baby shower, while everything was going in.
Yeah, and he had to be distancing 2 meters apart. Man had a baby shower, and then man was like, there was that awkward moment where it was a Christmas time.
Yeah.
And he left the room with his mum and his missus.
Yeah.
And he went into like the study and he was calling up the rest of the kids.
Yeah.
And I don't think he got through to us, leaving like voicemails, and it just sounded like such a templated, scripted. Oh, hi. Yes, it's Dad here. It's Boris. I'm just calling to wish you a Merry Christmas, and hopefully I see you soon. And Daddy loves you. Goodbye. Then he calls the next one up, and it's the exact same thing. It's just copy and paste the name in there. It was wow, bruv. And it just makes you think like these men could have just said, "Yo, we've dealt with wars before. We've dealt with recessions, whatever. We've never dealt with this pandemic in our generation.
Yeah.
We're going to try to do the best we can to try and not impact or give you guys a scare factor as much as possible." But they came out cocksure. Yeah, you got to do this and wash your hands. What was it? Sing to happy birthdays.
Yeah, happy birthdays.
Bro, them care home scenes though.
The care home scenes were so like they really caught the essence of how bad it was. Do you know what I mean? How much they was violating them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like taking the piss. Like just not taking them seriously. You're seeing all the old people there, the women outside the door trying to say hello to a daughter and that. Oh,
do you remember that scene when they was wheeling this guy from the care home? I think they're gonna take him to the hospital, whatever. And they pulled up by the window, and it's like the wife was there and the grandchild was there, and he was, I don't know if he was purposely not looking that way because he just couldn't bear it, but they was at the window trying to catch his attention, and he was looking like that. And then she goes, "Oh, here's my perfume that he buys for me.
He buys for me. Yeah,
and he leave it next to him so he can." It's Peter, and we lost a few in that as well. That show, I was like, Margot was from EastEnders, isn't it?
Yeah.
The last one. I was like, raw, like and it was just like, "Oh, how you feeling? Oh, so when's Daddy coming home?" Bro, that was painful. It's like, yeah, he's always here.
It really showed how much they didn't give a shit about us. Like it really shows it. Like you can read the papers, you can whatever, you can do your own research. Obviously, like I said, this is a show, so I'm not gonna say everything was 100% true, but you could see. And the information that they're giving and etc., like they just didn't give a shit. They was okay.
Oh yeah, they was fine.
They was cool.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything was fine with them. Yeah. So they was like, we'll just that blah blah blah. One thing that I did notice here is that they actually made Matt Hancock look good in this.
He did, yeah.
He came off like he actually apart from trying to fake the numbers of the testing. That was wild as well.
And that little guy that was next to him goes, "Well, you know what? Yeah, we're counting it after we sent out the test. But what if we count it before we send them out?"
Alex, imagine this. Yeah, they needed to get the tests up to 100,000. Yeah, So what they started doing, was the tests that they were sending out to people, So the tests ain't even reached the people yet, but they was counting them as people that they have tested.
Yeah.
So they was counting the numbers of tests that they were sending out and adding it to everything else to try and get it up to say, we're testing 100,000 people a day. When in reality they was testing what, like 20?
It was like, I think it was about between 20 and 50, because there was this special radio crew who were very invested in this story as it was going by, and they was doing the calculations every so often, and it's like, well, that's convenient. The last day of April, they've hit their target. Yeah. And then they started adding up the numbers again. It's like, hold on a minute, there's some numbers that are being a bit skewed here and stuff like that. And I was like, you lot really presented to us you hit your target when you were far behind your target.
Yeah, far behind. Like far behind. And had been for ages as well.
And they said to him, when he goes, yeah, well, almost is not good enough because our target's 100,000. He goes, and then they said to him to his face, that was your target you made up. We never told you we could do that.
That was your target. We told you we couldn't do 100,000. You said 100,000. Just like, what is going on? What is this shambles?
And there was that one servant guy in the civil, was it the civil department? Where he was talking to Dominic Cummings, like, blow for blow. Like, Dominic's like, well, some people in your team aren't competent enough to, and he goes, well, first of all, and he gave man a football analogy. If Mourinho comes into a football team that he was dissing previously, when he comes in, he's going to have to work with those same people, right? And Cummings goes, but he wouldn't take the job unless he could clear deck.
Yeah.
But that guy was not bucking down on Cummings, man. It's really, but I think it was also depressing as well. Like, because normally you watch footnotes in history, right? Yeah. That's past. Mm-hmm. So you're learning about the past. Watching this, I was like, I've lived this.
Yeah, literally, this is what I went through, and this is why I went through it, because these guys were fucking about.
Like, we could have had a lockdown mad early and things could have been calmer earlier and a bit more pattern, but these guys were dragging their feet, but it's the blind leading the blind.
Well, this just the greedy, selfish, just arrogance.
Cummings is mad arrogant. He just walks into the room and he's like, he wants everyone to bow. Yep, so I brought him in and he's there as stand up. Yep. Yeah. And I brought him in and he was marking, stand up. We need a slogan. What have we got? Get Brexit done. Right, okay. What's the next one? Mm-hmm. Stay at home, save the NHS or something like that. They were proper happy with this slogan. I'm like, yo, we shouldn't be in this mess.
And there was literally like, even when they was trying to say, oh, do you know what? We can't say that because we need people to latch onto the NHS. That's what we need. We need that. We need to bring on the NHS for this thing. Well, stay home, save the NHS. It's like,
we did a little focus group, and this word was more of a buzzword that they related to than that word. And they had these focus groups asking people, so what if what's going on in Italy was happening here? And we were to go lockdown. Oh yeah, why are we all right? Why are they going to pay us? And it's like, oh yeah. And it was just
it was just a detailed documentation of how much they fucked up and why they fucked up and how they could have done better. That's basically what it was.
And there were so many red flags.
So many.
It's not like they were blindsided by blindsided by the whole pandemic in the whole world in general. And you see how they started off with the whole bat thing. They really ran with that.
They really ran with the bat, innit? You know, damn well ain't no damn bat. Had nothing to do with this, man. They really tried to be. I
was like, why is it? I was like, am I still watching the same thing? Because I was like some Morbius thing.
Yeah,
like,
it looked like some horror thing.
Yeah. Like, is Bruce Wayne gonna realize he's fear of bats?
It was proper horror at the start. Like, they're chopping up the bats and shit. I'm like, rotted. It's some horror thing all of a sudden, bruv.
Yo, if I was from that community, I'd be.
Yeah, they really made them look like fucking little batties.
Scoundrels, bruv. Like, raw. Nah, listen, man. Yo.
Yeah, this. But to be fair, it was a good kind of insight into what was really going on.
Of course,
you know what I'm saying? It was a good insight to what was really going on. I like the whole seed of Downing Street, of what it looked like and like what really goes on there and this, that. And he really neglected his wife, boy.
Yeah.
He really, although they make it out like he really loves her, but she really just was just there.
He loved that dog more than the wife, bro.
That dog was getting walked by everyone. What?
Yo.
Slut dog.
Oh, hey, how you doing? Oh, yeah, sorry. Could you just look after
Yeah, because that dog. Yeah, here's the
doggy bag.
here's the little pooper scoop.
I know you did the dirty one, but also, like, here, can you just make sure he doesn't leave no shit around? That dog was well looked after, bro.
What a job. Imagine you could just be going to work in a suit and the next thing you know, you're walking a dog and picking up shit and nothing you can say about it.
It's
like, here, take the pooper scoop,
man. And I was really like, there was moments where he realized how bad it was.
Yeah.
But listen, pride is a deadly human characteristic, man, because none of them wanted to admit they were wrong until it was at the other end of it. And then there was like, he's now like, yeah, Dominic, you messed up.
Yeah.
But it's like, nah, everything starts from you. You okay and approve everything. You could have said, let's do this. When they told you the market on, was it the Black Monday, the FTSE wiped 400 billion off the market or something like that. Then man was like, right, so, all right, what can we do to help the economy? Yo.
We're dying, bro.
Lock us down, please.
We're dying, cuz.
Lock us down. It's talking about how can we improve the economy. I don't need to go out, you know. I don't need to go out.
Yeah.
It's just wild, bro.
Nah,
and then the PPE stuff where they said they're going to get 100 thing and they only brought like 40 in the plane from Turkey.
Yeah.
Jesus.
There was just... We could sit here for hours and detail how many mistakes and red flags that...
Bro, this is the Jeffrey Dahmer of politics, bro. This is the Jeffrey Dahmer.
Bro.
Too many red flags, bro.
Yeah, there was...
And nothing happened.
They really fucked up. And do you know what? I wouldn't be surprised in like 20, 30 years if something comes back on these people. Because they really... Like all these people that are getting their brethren's contracts for the PPE, all these people that were playing with people's lives and this, that, lying, saying they was here when they weren't here, breaking the rule, like, it's all gonna come to a head one day. Like it's all gonna come to a head
for sure,
and they're gonna wish.
This is just open up the door.
That's what I'm saying.
And this was well produced. This wasn't like some little diary notes. This was produced, man.
This was very detailed. And what I like about this as well, pretty much another reason why I like The Crown as well, is because it don't pull its punches. It was fully making them look like crooks. Like crooks. I'm pretty confused at how this was allowed to be made, to be honest.
I mean,
this wouldn't be made in Russia. I'll tell you that much.
Yo, man.
Everybody's dead.
We're episode 84. Let's try to get to 100.
I'd say everybody's dead.
Let's not mention the R word.
So I'm confused how they could make this and just document everyone's fuckeries and everyone's still moving on.
But again, I think because so many enemies came out of this from within the team, they just wanted to see the empire crumble. What did they say? The best way to make an empire crumble was start from within. So everyone that was getting your fight, come on, that girl Dominic Cummings fired in like the first 5 minutes. You think she was at home like she gets a call? Would you like to share it? You know what? Nah, it's all right. I mean, Dominic, he fired me, but we had a good rapport. Yo, listen, how long have we got?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was funny to see the story arc of people being really into it. Like, oh yeah, they got this, that, and then it's like, nah, fuck that. Like, I need to get for myself. Do you know what I'm saying? This is all for myself. And it was, and then it just started imploding at the end, and people would just be like, boy, backstabbing galore.
There was that one bald-headed guy, looked like Penfold.
Oh, Lee
like,
Kane.
Yeah.
He was so he was the
proper
PR
like
guy.
Dominic, like he was in Dominic's corner. And then when that little story come out, he's like, were you there? And I was like, no, don't worry about it. Just keep going. Like, again, the arrogance of Dominic Cummings. The arrogance.
He was like, don't worry, they'll forget about it.
And he was like, no, he's trying to bury the story. They kept asking him, so you definitely saying he was in London? And he was like, he was in London. It's like, so that's a definite, yeah? He was in London. And it's like, he was under pressure and he puts it on Dominic and Dominic's like, don't worry about it. All right, cool, yeah, I was there. Boom, 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 boom. No. And he's like,
I told you I'd deal with it.
And Phil and Ollie.
Oh, shit.
Bruv, I forgot about that. But Phil put him under pressure. Like, so, Prime Minister, just to clarify, so when you came onto the set,
I had my hands by my side.
I had it by my side, but you put your hand out and shook my hands. Oh, yes. Well, Philip. Basically, you know, we are following the guidelines, Philip, but it's just that, you know, wow. on
It's
national
fucked.
TV.
They're literally telling you no hands, this, that, keep a distance. And my man walks onto fucking This Morning Show, shakes Philip's hands, and Philip Schofield's like, I literally kept my hands by my side on purpose to see what you would do, and you reached out to shake it, and he was like. And then the advisors are like, tell Philip Schofield he's never coming back.
And this is the same guy who said with chest, yes, I went to visit a few patients in the hospital, and I shook everyone's hands because what doesn't kill you can only make you stronger, and as PM, and I'm like, bruv, no, if you did not shake their hands in that ward, they would not feel disrespected. You could have taken a selfie with them, whatever, but you shook their hands and then you're beating your chest about it like you did something good.
Bruv, even when... What's that?
He went into hospital when he was saying don't shake hands.
Brother, everyone was... So you're not... You're supposed to keep your 2 meters distance. You're not supposed to be shaking hands, this, that. My man went into the hospital and shook everybody's hands.
Everybody's hands. He might shook the same person's hand twice. That's how happy he was shaking hands. He was mad.
Bro, and like I said as well, I said this earlier to you, bruv. When it got to a point where it was peak and they needed more hospital beds, they kicked all the people out of the hospital that they deemed fit and well without testing them. Without testing them. So they could have had COVID, sent them home and spread the COVID. Enough of them did have COVID and sent them home and replaced them with people who had COVID as well. Wild.
And watching this now, I don't know if you remember the story where they were saying, if you had COVID, right, and then you was clear of COVID, so you caught COVID 2 weeks ago, you isolated, bish washed, and then done, and you got hit by a car, they would count that as a COVID death. And now watching this and the whole testing thing, I'm like, okay, that's how you lot was.
Yeah, because they want it to, bro. This was, let's wrap it up. Is this a watch it or not?
Yo, as depressing as it is to relive what we're living through, 100% you got to watch this. You have to watch this. You have to. You have to.
This is 100% watch it, because this is just like everything you thought was happening was happening. Like everything you thought, all the corruption, all the fucking lies, all the don't trust the government shit, and that people. Do you know what else? Actually, do you know what this is good? Do you know what this is good? This is for all you pussios that was like, oh, COVID this, COVID that, the government this. We need to list the government. You fucking wankers. Like, come on, bruv. There was them man there, bruv. Everyone knows one of them pussios. That it'd be like, you get me? Oh, why aren't you wearing your mask? Why aren't you wearing your mask? Suck your mum, blood. This was all foolishness. Like, it blatantly tells you that this was foolishness, and these people were dealing with it like foolishness. The mask that you was wearing, they literally told you to wear the masks because that was the only mask that they could get in. It weren't the right mask for you. It was the mask that they could get. Wild, bruv. Wild.
It's disgusting. When you think about it and how you was moving around. Do
you remember the first mask that they had? The big old masks that you had to wear first, but they couldn't source them no more. So they gave you the little plastic things.
Looking like Master Chief and all that, man. Come on now.
Yo, this is a watch it for 100%, the pure sense that you can look at it and be like, rah, these men were moving on fuckeries. And it's also a watch it for the few people that were moving wicked and bad during COVID, thinking that they known everything and trusting the government with their fucking arsehole. Now look at you, pussios.
And this further is a watch it because it further adds fuel to the fire. When people say, I'm not voting, or I don't trust the government, or this and this just is the icing on the cake.
Yeah. Exactly. This was a tough watch, to be honest.
It was.
Like, these people are taking a piss out of a man's life. Because they're dealing with real life. Do you know what I'm saying? Lives.
Bro, oh gosh. All right, I know we're going to move up.
There's too many.
Do you remember when they was handing around the forms to people in their deathbeds? Like, oh yeah, can you sign this? Because if it gets any worse, we don't have to put you on the ventilator or something like that. Can you sign this, please? And the daughter was there saying like, Dad, or just in case things go a bit bad, then I was like, listen, there's no way I'd have given that to my mum if she was in that situation. Nah. It's wild.
It's a wild watch. It's a wild watch.
But this next thing is a good palate cleanser.
And they're nice. So the next one we're doing is Entergalactic. Wow.
Jeez.
This is the Kid Cudi and Kenya Barris. production for Netflix.
Yep.
How should I do the synopsis for this one?
You got to give us a couple of hums like Cuddy, man. I see you listen to Cuddy's. You don't listen to Cuddy's music.
No.
Right? No. Okay, fair enough. Cause I see that just went over here. I saw it. I always tried to catch it and pull it back. It didn't happen, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Just do that work. No, I was joking.
Was he like singing shit? What's he like?
He harmonizes, he raps, he sings, he harmonizes. Like, yeah. But nah, I don't know. I'd do like Boris Johnson or I don't know. Just finger sign. Do like Damien. How would Damien do it?
Fuck is Damien?
Targaryen. Damon, sorry.
Jabari, a charming streetwear-clad artist on the cusp of real success. After a chance run-in with his cool new photographer neighbor, Meadow, Jabari has to figure out whether he can make space for love in his life. I don't really know if that was Damon.
No, that
was what Damon should be.
No, that was when you get to the gates of Wakanda.
Yeah.
The guy that's there, like, right, okay, cool. So let's see if you're down on that, and then he tells you, right, these are the rules for when you leave here, you go in there. These are the rules. That's how he delivers it. Now that was cool, bro.
All right, cool. Entergalactic, directed by Fletcher Moles, who also directed Star Wars, Lego Star Wars.
Okay.
Yeah. So, it was the art director of Lego Star Wars, as you would be, and Clash of Clans, which I thought was kind of cool because everyone played Clash of Clans once or twice, right? Yeah. You play Clash of Clans?
I believe I have.
You play Clash of Clans? You never play Clash of Clans? You definitely play Clash of Clans, man. You liar. Everybody play Clash of Clans once or twice. Written by Kid Cudi, Kenya Barris, who does Blackish.
Yeah, and then he had his own show, didn't he?
What was that called again?
Oh my god!
What was that called again?
I liked it as well.
It was really good, but it got slated.
Yeah,
it got slated.
What was it called, man? Like it was called like a fly slangish type word. I can't remember what it was, but it was him and his family. It was almost
Black
like
as fuck.
There you go.
Black as fuck.
Like a fly on the wall documentary.
Did you ever watch that? Black as fuck.
On
but
Netflix.
the rich black family on Netflix, really good. It was funny.
The young ones were hilarious.
Funny as fuck. So yeah, you got Kid Cudi written this. Kenya Barris also got Kid Cudi as the main voice of Jabari.
Yep.
Jessica Williams as well as the love interest.
Yeah, she's fine, man.
I was watching it with my kids, and every time it was coming up, she was like, ooh. Yeah, so this one is like, ooh.
Wow.
Now she was
even as in the animation, it's just like, wow.
She was pretty with the dread still.
Yeah.
And also, you got Timothy Chalamet in this.
Now,
as well.
bro, did that not throw you off?
It threw me off when I found out he was in it.
Yeah.
But it didn't throw me off when I found out who he was.
Yeah, but it threw me off that he was in it. Yeah, the fact that he was in it, I was like, but him and Cudi are meant to be like really cool.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
So apparently he agreed to do this before he even or read the script.
Oh, for real?
But it was just weird. I was like, because that could have been like a Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
Or someone else in that, where it was like, Big Timothy was like, he's going to be in Hollywood for decades, They drew for that, like, Timothy's no joke. No joke, bro. Like
he's no joke.
He's going to get an Oscar by 2025.
Yeah, he was no joke. He's big in this game. Big. But I was like, right, okay, cool. Ty Dolla $ign as well, played his brethren.
Yeah. Did you see Spider-Man's girl in there from Homecoming?
Oh, snap. Okay,
yeah, that was her. She looks exactly like her as well.
Okay.
Yeah, Liz.
Yeah. So, this one, I had seen this on Netflix for a while. Actually, well, not a while, like a couple weeks. And I was like, I'll get to it. I'll get to it. And then I was like, do you know what? Let me just watch it. You get me? It's only an hour and 25 minutes.
Yeah.
It started off pretty slow for me because I didn't really understand what we was going for. I didn't know if we was going for action or whatever because it actually says it's like a drama romance. And I was like,
it had a nice little intro though. The
all
things
the
just falling out of the sky and the music playing.
I liked how it was animated as well. Do you get what I'm saying? Because it's like they skipped scenes, if that makes sense. It was like jittery, but it was really cool.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go on.
Were you expecting Miles Morales to pop out at any moment?
But it looks exactly the same. I tried to see who did the drawings.
Yeah.
But I couldn't.
Bro, it's sick. Like that poster is just a taste, but it's one of the most colorful things you'll probably see this year. Facts. Like,
Yeah, I tried to give a little check to see if I could find it, but I didn't manage to didn't get it in time. But yeah, it proper looked like thing, and also you said it looked like Arcane as well. You seen Arcane?
Yeah. I haven't finished all of it, but I've definitely started it, and I see what you're going with. Yeah,
Yeah, it had a little Arcane.
This ain't no cheap animation thing, man.
No way. No way. Roxanne asked me as well. It's like, because I'm trying to do my comic as well, and she was like, would it? She said, have you ever thought about doing it like this? And I was like, what kind of?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I
What
win
kind
the
of
Euro
financial
Millions?
situation do you think I'm in? Like, you be knowing my finances. What we doing here?
Well, yeah.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Like I got a little gold bag.
No,
Gold
I'm saying,
coins
bro.
in
What the hell?
rainbow.
No, I can't. I can't make that work. Sorry.
I'd love to, but yeah.
Yeah, I would love it to be like this, but yeah. What did you think of this one?
First of all, I'm gonna say big up to you, yeah, because I felt like I needed to watch this.
Oh,
I felt like I needed to watch
real?
this. Yeah. I felt like it came at the right time for me to watch something like this and just be like,
it's coming.
oh, man, like I was just grinning a lot of the time. It made me feel like good inside. I've had that experience as well, where it's like you
Oh, Drizzy.
I've had that experience as well where someone has said to the person I was dating at the time, oh, he's doing this.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the case.
Okay.
And I just said to the person I was dating at the time, I accept your apology now when it comes later. And I just, because they weren't listening to me saying it wasn't that. But it was like, no, they told me it's that. And blah, blah. And I was like, well, if I'm your boyfriend and you're taking what someone out of our relationship is, I didn't know it was a threesome we was having. I thought it was just the two of us. Right? It was a threesome. I missed out on a couple of nights, but it's the two of us.
Yeah.
You're taking what someone's saying outside of a relationship as gospel. This ain't gonna work. So I accept your apology now for the future. Called it off. I kept it moving because my pride. You know what pride's like, man.
I know
it's
your
a
pride
deadly
still.
thing.
See.
A couple months later, I got that random text. Oh, I'm sorry. I found out she was just being spiteful because her situation wasn't
for
right.
real?
She was hating on our situation. But I can't go back because I told you
We don't go back.
we're not a boomerang. And that's a great movie, by the way. But we're not a boomerang.
Great movie.
Great movie. Underrated, if you ask me.
Underrated?
I think so. People don't rate Boomerang as highly as it should be.
Really?
I think so.
Whom?
There's some of them.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Within our community. Yeah. No, if you say to them, what's your favorite Eddie Murphy movies?
Yeah.
They'll probably say like Nutty Professor, Coming to America. Well, obviously Coming to America, let's just put that to the side.
about to say, like-
You know what I mean? Nutty Professor, Coming to America, they might say Harlem Nights, Beverly Hills Cop. They'll list a bunch of films before they'll say, oh, I liked him in Shrek as a donkey. Before they get to Boomerang. And I'm like, are you not kidding me? Boomerang is some of the illest. So, Rob, I've had these conversations, Dad. I swear to you.
Shrek as a donkey.
You know, Vampire in Brooklyn. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, how can you? He was good in what's it called? The finger one. What's the finger one called? Bowfinger.
Oh yeah, both figure.
Sorry, that's
What's the girl's name?
Oh, she was in
No, was that? No, I'm thinking of Norbit. I'm thinking of Norbit.
Yeah. Oh.
What was her name? The Quisha. Respucia.
Yeah, that's it.
Respucia.
Yeah.
Respucia.
Respucia. Norbit. Yeah, nah, but that's wild. But anyway, the sidetrack. So.
Yeah.
But I needed this. I needed something like this. And especially after watching this England, this was just like a great palate cleanser.
Yeah, I know what you mean by therapy. It was a lovely story.
It was.
It was a good story.
Yeah.
It was a story that a lot of people have probably gone through. Like it was really good, and it was that. There was so much good about this. Like everything,
I liked his
the
friends.
music,
the bruv,
the music, the drawings, the the dialogue between
yeah.
the characters, like his friendship circle.
I liked his friends, man. They was just like, bro, when Ty Dolla $ign said to him, you can't go at your neighbor, bro. That's not odd.
Nah,
and he goes, yo, that's over there. And Ty was like,
fuck everything I said, bro. That's it,
forget
yeah,
it, bro.
run that.
Go
Yeah, he said,
that.
run that. Yeah.
She's fine.
That was hilarious, bro.
That was funny.
Nah, that made me bust up. I had to pause that bit. He was like, he told the big long story about what happened to him.
Yeah.
This, that, blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
This,
that story was funny.
The story was joke. And bro, I'm watching this with my kids, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm
that laundromat scene, those cheeks were
just
clapping.
like,
bro, there was one point he looked at the camera. He was bent over looking at the camera.
yeah,
and he had that face.
bro. I didn't know what was happening then. I still need to work out what was happening then, like, because he was bent over looking at the camera.
Having the time of his life. I don't know.
All right, it's fine, no problem.
But anyway,
This is a forward-thinking show, in the issue. So I was watching it with my kids, and I was like, okay, cool, we're gonna end. I said that bit was lasting long. I was like, oh, okay, we're still going, we're still pumping.
yeah, he was clapping cheeks.
Yeah, he was going for it days after days after days. But that story was joke, and he's like, yeah, no, that's her, and he's like, oh shit, man, forget everything I said. He's like, go for it, she's fired, bro. But
I even like the moment when he first interacted with her. He's like, what's all this noise, man? And he gets up and he's walking
and he sees
down.
her,
And there's that one white guy who's mad
Timothy,
like...
that's Timothy.
No, there was another one at the party. That random guy that was hanging around all
That's
the
the
time.
same guy. That's the same guy that was throughout the thing. The one that he was arguing with.
Yeah.
And he said, I think we got off of the wrong start, bro.
Yeah.
That's Timothy. That's him.
Timothy was the guy with the bald head.
Oh, fuck. Was that Timothy? No way. I thought it was the other dude.
That was Timothy.
Oh, was Timothy the dude? This legend?
The guy is always...
No way. I thought it was the other guy.
Nah, that was Timothy,
shit.
bro.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's funny that you thought it was the other way around. Nah, Timothy was his Eminem looking like Reggie, like from Bully, the game Bully.
Okay, yeah.
And he was like, he went down and he's like, what's going on? And then the white guy was there and he's like, hey, excuse me. He's like, whose party is this? And he's like, hey, excuse me, can I help you? And he's like, it's a private party. And he's like, man, I'm trying to get some sleep. Then he goes, oh, sorry, we'll try. And he kept touching him. He was like, man, back up.
Yeah, still touch
that was funny. Don't touch me. And then he
sees the girl and it's just...
what would happen? And I was like, yo.
Nah, she was bad.
He lost all composure. He forgot why he came down.
It's like, and then man was still fumbling words and that.
Yeah, I was just in neighbor and like, party on, keep rocking on, like,
party hard.
I'm not a party people, let's go. And you listening to, what was it, Drew Hill?
Yeah.
Bruv, wow.
Nah, this show was so good. Like, it had so much going for it as well. It's just, even him at work with the guy and this, that, and you had what's his face as well in this as Mr. Ranger, Keith David.
Yeah.
Mr. Ranger as Keith David. So yeah, that was a surprise.
That was Kaluuya's dad, isn't it?
In Nope, yeah. I was about to say, wow, I am baffled now. Like I'm completely baffled now. Like we really learning shit now, boy. Fucking hell. But it was. I'm trying to think what I didn't like about this, and there's really. Oh, you had Jaden Smith in this as well.
And as soon as you saw this youth coming through the screen. And he opened up his mouth. I was like, that's Jaden.
Yeah, Jaden.
I like to try and work out in animation whose voice who before I Google it after I watched it. And I was like, if that's not Jaden, Jaden needs to file a lawsuit, bro.
This was a beautiful story. Yeah. It was just so nice. It was such a refreshing watch.
Yeah.
There wasn't no like gangbangers. There wasn't no like violence. Like it was just like a good, wholesome story with a happy ending and... maybe
that's what Ty Dolla $ign had got in the laundromat. Happy ending
from the back.
Bro, he looked happy, bro. If you pause it, I don't think he smiled like that throughout the rest of the movie, and he was having a good time.
Did you pause it?
No. But I am gonna watch it again now.
That bit.
No, the whole thing.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
but obviously that bit's in there, but I am gonna watch the whole thing. I won't go jump
on that bit.
No.
Okay, cool. Do you know who else you had in this as well? Macaulay Culkin.
In the park. That was him in the park, innit?
Yeah, downtown.
That he crashed on the
Macaulay Culkin. I was like, right, these men are really like They really gone for people. Like they really just. They're not just trying to get anyone. They get
They specifically. Yeah. Nah, it was
I'm really excited for something else from Kid Cudi now. Something along these lines. A different story, but an animated story with.
Well, he's always had this side to him because, like, even when he was like working closely with like Kanye, remember when Kanye was very heavily on the whole bear mascot thing and all that, and like. He was part of that, and like the whole Kids See Ghost stuff with the artwork, and so it's all the Cardi's always was destined to go down this route. This is why it's good that we got a Netflix or Disney Plus, because Disney Plus have got a Nigerian one coming soon.
Is it
like something based in Nigeria?
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
So it's good we got the streaming platforms. It's like if the TV networks aren't messing with it, these streaming platforms like we'll take that and let's see what we can do with it. And it was good, bro, because. There was no, like, there was some sad moments. Like, obviously, when the message came through and then she picked it up.
The mad thing is that, all the men were like, oh.
Bruh. Yeah.
Brother.
Cool. You got
and it was like,
It's like face recognition.
Jabari, my G.
Come on.
Come on, cuz.
Come on.
Oh, you gonna get caught slipping like that, cuz.
Like that? And at one
You didn't
point,
even have the phone on your side? Jabari. Come on, G.
How did you feel in that moment before you saw exactly what happened?
But I don't want to say that because people, I don't want to say, but I was disappointed.
Yeah.
I was disappointed. I was like, I'm watching with my kids.
We were rooting for you, man. I was rooting for you.
We was all rooting for you.
Because the situation that happened earlier on in the movie, and he was like, you know what? I'm in a position in my life now where like this shouldn't have happened. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
And then what happened at the party, and it's like, oh wow, I totally forget. Like Ty Dolla Sign said, forget everything I just said previously. Wow. And then that happened, I was like, bruh. But then the other thing happened, it's like, oh man.
Yeah. I was like, Jabari, my guy, man.
I liked his little cycles for the city. You know, he was just
bro,
like,
all the scenes on his bike, bro. Even when like she jumped on the back of the, bro.
That was that little lady in the Trump moment.
This was such a good show, man. It was so good, bruv. Like it was so good. It was so like wholesome.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's wholesome. It was like a
bit of faith. Like, you know what? Tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow's gonna be better.
Life is good.
Life
is good.
Like I wanted to be in that world. That world just looks so. I know it's New York City, but it just looks so. Like I was like, at any point you could see a Ninja Turtle just fly by. You could see Miles Morales just walk by. Like it just looks so.
I genuinely thought I'd see Spider-Man in this. I thought he might.
And I wouldn't have gone like, raw. What's he doing?
Yeah, I thought they might have spoken to Marvel and been like, can we just
a quick swing.
Just a swing. Like, could we or not? But I wouldn't have been surprised if I would have seen it. Still.
No. And it fits aesthetically. It fits the setup we got here, man. I just like.
Nah, it was such a good show. It was.
But she was cold to him though. My gosh, she treated him like she didn't even know the brother.
It had to because. You get me? That's cool.
Pride, yeah.
It's just all right. Let's get into it. Is this a watch it or not?
Yo, if this England is a 1000% watch it, you gotta throw an extra 500,000 on this one, man. This is easily, and it's got replay value, and it's just fun, and there are some scenes, jangling, bang, 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 bang. But even with that, it's not tasteless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It fits the narrative. Even Ty Dolla Sign's stuff is funny, but it fits the narrative of getting us to where we need to get to. You know what I mean? It's not just thrown in there because it's anime and all that. But man, I'm definitely gonna watch this a few more times, man.
This is a watch it for me, 100%. This was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was a good, like I said, wholesome watch. It was good. It was nice. It made you feel good. There was a happy, like, no, I don't say there was happy
I almost called someone,
and this, that, and for real.
Bro, see, it had to be like that. I almost picked up my phone and called someone like, hey.
Who?
Bruv, anyway, Alex, what did you think about the film, bro?
Well, you don't want to tell us who?
Oh, okay, cool. Bruv, this is...
Yeah? All right, cool, man.
Just take me out.
Nah.
Exactly.
Nah, it's
You're
fine,
right.
man.
Yeah.
Well, this is a watch it from me. So that's 2 watch it's.
We don't do that often.
Don't, because it's the realest movie review show on the planet.
Recognize.
Recommendations for the people. Have you got anything that you've seen lately or watched? Any recommendations that you can tell the people, yo, do you know what? You should go and watch this.
You know what? Yeah, I said this at the start of the show, not as a recommendation, but just like I've been enjoying it. But I'm gonna put my neck out there and say Andor on Disney+.
Andor, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is based on Cassian Andor. He was in you saw Rogue One, right?
Yeah.
So we will not, spoiler alert, we will know how Rogue One ended. But this is prior to that. But it's good to see, they always say to us like the Jedi and what's it called, man? What's the Jedi's crew called? Oh my gosh, you know you got why am I drawing a blank? This is so bad. What do they call them, man? Not the Imperials, the
Republic. The Republic.
Is the Republic?
Yeah, the Republic. The Republic.
For
and
the
the
Jedis
Sith.
and stuff. No, sorry, that's for Darth
The
Vader.
Sith is for the thing. The Republic
right.
is...
But the ones that are against the Republic.
No, the Republic is the good people.
The good people. All right,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
So they always talk about the Republic in this like great grand light and all that, and Luke Skywalker up. But there's people in the Republic that do some certain things for the good of the bigger picture.
Okay.
So they get their hands dirty. And this is why I like Andor, because we're seeing like this street level.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like he's like the Daredevil. Well, I don't say Daredevil. Don't expect us to be flying around fighting people, but not Daredevil was street level compared to like the grander MCU.
Yeah.
It's like that, and it's man's got blood on his hands and all them. It's dope, man. And Skarsgård is in there. You know the daddy.
What, Peter?
No, the dad.
Okay.
That was in the
yes.
4
Okay,
movies.
yeah.
He's in there as well. It's really Brown. Someone from the UK is in there as well. I'm just like, yo, we are just.
Oh, Doc Brown.
Is it Doc Brown? I think it's him.
Light skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doc Brown.
He's in there with a role, like an actual proper role, like Imperial role. I'm like, bro, okay, cool. Say no more. Yeah, so Andor, definitely check out Andor. For me, it's the best thing on Disney Plus after Mandalorian.
Okay. If you've watched this show before, you already know what I'm about to say. The best series of 2022, Beyond Evil. I am not going to stop talking about this show until someone fucking messages me, and says, yo, Dan, you were right, G.
For months.
Yo, Nero.
Yeah.
You were right in a cuz.
Yeah.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Like that.
That's the only way I'm going to stop.
And that's coming from, that's a woman saying that to you as well.
That's...
It's not even the man them talking to her.
Anyone. I don't give a fuck. Anyone. Watch this show. It's fucking immense.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing I'm going to say about it.
Yeah, I put a lot of people up on Triple R, you know. Riot, what was it? Riot, Rise, Run, Riot, Triple R anyway.
Raw, Rise, Revolt.
Bruv.
Maybe not in that order.
But they get the
Have you seen it?
I've watched it like twice.
Triple R. Have you seen Triple R? Triple R slaps. I watched a different movie the other day that he directed as well. The same guy, SS Rajamouli.
Is it the ancestral kind of?
Yeah, Bahubali.
Did you watch it in cinema? I need to go watch it.
I watched it on Netflix. Actually, I watched it on Amazon. Actually, because I wanted to watch it in the native, Telugu, region language, wherever that may be. But the rest were not that. So I wanted to watch it in the Telugu region. That's how I watch my stuff. Native language.
Yeah, same. So you read the subtitles.
Yeah, I read the subtitles.
Same.
But there was other ones. There was like Bengali.
Excuse me. Wow.
Malay or something like that. Was it Malaysian or something? I don't know. And there was like Hindi, but the main one was Telugu.
Same.
That's the one
He's got one in the cinema now though. Seems like very like around the star signs.
That's not his, is it?
I think it is. Because I'm promoting it.
I saw something like that as well, but I don't think it's his.
Well, he's promoting it like it's his.
Yeah, I think he's got something to do with it, but I don't think he directed it. I did see it. It's like the sun and the moon type of thing. Yeah, I see that.
Oh, by the way, Oscars, do the right thing and nominate RRR for something. Don't play yourself.
They're in the thing for Oscars.
They have to be, man.
They're in the running for it. So they're in the thing. So yeah, I'll vote for RRR 100%. Best movie 2022. All right, it's been a good show. Thank you very much for joining us. You got anything else that we got going on?
We're doing a lot of red carpet activity
Yeah, we are
for
doing
that.
a lot of red
Was it
carpet.
the London Film Festival?
London Film Festival. Also, if the Korean Film Festival ends up watching this, I emailed you and I want to come to that too.
Please and thank you.
You emailed me back and said you're gonna let me know the details. So I'm expecting another email.
And there's Comic-Con coming up towards the end of this month.
we need to
as
go to
well.
that actually.
Yeah,
Gonna go to
I had
that.
a good time.
I've never been to a Comic-Con.
Oh, you enjoy it.
Yeah, we need to go. I think that's about it.
Yeah, man. It's nice to be back. So shout out to you. Big up Zush each and every time.
Big up Zush, guys.
Like
if
Alex.
you're watching Netflix or your Amazon and this, that, and you don't know what to watch, make sure you holler at the boys at Watch It or Not
TV.
and we'll give you the lowdown.